In the finals of the medium bracket, we have an Ottoman mirror match.
Right here in Dry Arabia.
And neither of them chose green. Those evil, conniving... How can you not pick green as Ottomans? That just feels wrong. You tell them, Beal. You tell them.
I don't pick green because I lose my initial scout behind trees.
That's fair. That's fair. Still, pink and yellow just feel wrong. All right, on the left, we've got Boy here. Is this Dry Arabia? It looks like Dry Arabia to my eyes.
We are on Dry Arabia.
And we've got both of them on stone to get that first school up.
Yep, there's the drop-off. Both players going for that early military school. Very similar build for both of them right now. Oh, Eradicus hasn't started his military school yet. Interesting. So Boy's going to have the first spear on this field.
Scouts there we go. Run into each other. We do have... There it is.
A little delay on the military school for Eradicus. And also, you take a look... Okay. So they're both going 5 wood, 3 food for the time being. Now we're going to see some split over to gold, I would imagine.
Sheep being gathered still. You notice that on Dry Arabia, there's usually a spot where there's kind of a pit or a depression.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I feel like that most Dry Arabia maps usually have somewhere where there's like a little depression like that. Kind of interesting. Anyways, with mirror matches, of course, we're always looking at the small, slight differences because, as you guys saw in the English mirror, the small differences in build order can make very large changes throughout the course of the game. And if there are any major changes in the build order, that really does kind of affect who will win. Looking at the spawn, lots of stone and gold behind the base for Boy. Likewise for Eradicus. Kind of an even split. I think they both have 3 golds behind him and a stone. Nice that it's
both sort of trailing out like a tail.
Yeah. Kind of nice that it's kind of even. Pretty large deer pack on each side. Although the deer is more back for Boy than just for Eradicus, who's just more in the front there.
Yeah, and Boy has his first spear out. Gonna run across the map. I mean, gonna run into the spear on the way there. We'll see if they just both fight each other and die in the middle of the map, or who gets the first hit, how that's going to work out.
Well, the Boiiiiii infantry's going to get the first hit if we're not careful.
Oh, look at that.
Trying.
For both sides, probably.
I've never, like, actually looked at the horse sprite that in depth. Look at that majestic creature. The wolf will get a bite on Eradicus's spearman and then die.
Yep, Boy's got his spear over here, trying to decide what to do.
He's thinking about it. He's debating if he really wants to do it. Is he a coward or not? He's debating. Twin minaret going up for Boy, right where you'd expect it to go.
Yeah, and a more balanced distribution of vills, it looks like, for Boy as well. Eradicus put a lot onto food, took it off of wood.
I wonder what the purpose of that was. You think you'd want a little bit more wood, right? Is he going to go for a fast castle build?
I'm not entirely sure, but he is going up with a twin minaret himself after garrisoning in his town center, taking out one of the free spears from Boy. Little delay here, so Boy definitely going to establish himself in feudal first, although Eradicus does have 7 on the twin minaret.
I bet that would catch up pretty close. But I feel like a little bit of missed macro for Eradicus. Not massive, but feels kind of like a little bit. Although I did see a missed micro from Boy, who threw his spear straight into the TC of Eradicus and then died. So some minor mistakes on both sides.
All right, yeah, those landmarks actually about to come up right around the same time.
Actually, I think Eradicus might just beat him.
Yeah, but Boy's been able to have 3 more vills on wood this entire time. So we'll be able to get that production down as soon as he hits feudal.
Yeah, and that's a difference of about 60 wood a minute.
Yeah, and with 180, yeah, Boy should start seeing some production buildings coming out from Boy. And we see a blacksmith on the way. Blacksmith and a wheelbarrow were Boy's choices on Age Up. Eradicus, looking on his side of the map, going for some stone, so spending some of that wood on a mining camp. And archery range coming up next, that blacksmith. Military school production still on spears for Boy. Eradicus has switched it over to Sipahi. You see Boy chasing one of Eradicus's spears all the way back.
All the way back home. And he pulls off finally.
And now Boy has switched his military school production over to Sipahi.
Archery range coming up for Eradicus. Archery range also out for Boy, as you said. Pretty similar. We've got wheelbarrow coming in and double broadaxe for Eradicus.
Yeah, double broadaxe not coming in for Boy. There's a difference there. And you can see just the slightest change in initial build order means Boy had his archery range out a lot faster than Eradicus was able to. Also able to have the blacksmith up before as well.
But on that,
but Eradicus,
second military school coming out for Eradicus. Is that in range of the that should be just in range of the blacksmith.
Yeah, that's definitely in the influence there.
Meta coming out. I'm guessing that was the vizier point for Eradicus. I'm guessing a meta would be the choice for both of them. Yep, sure enough, it was.
Another archery range coming out now for Boy.
You know, despite the differences, this is a very similar looking. I mean, they've got slight differences, but overall, their large macro look at things seems to be the same game plan.
Yeah, long term, getting to the same place, maybe making some different decisions along the way, but eventually getting to the same place. Although, yeah, Boy's going to be delayed on his second military school for just a little bit here, not having the stone necessary to construct one of those. And now we see a clash. Sipahi is going to eat some spears, but some of those spears from Eradicus are going to get caught in the arrow fire, and Eradicus is going to have to retreat. Military is just not at the same number as Boy here. Boy not choosing to pursue at all.
Probably a good choice not to pursue, I think. You know, at this point, you don't want to overextend. The numbers are slightly in your favor, but kind of when you're reinforcing, because Eradicus, of course, is going to be reinforced by the time he gets home. Unless you had just Sipahi to chase down, which he doesn't. Doesn't seem like a good place to pursue too far.
Yeah, an interesting choice from Boy. He's switched his military school back over to spears, producing a few more spears in the mix to deal with the Sipahi coming in to try to harass his big archer mass here. Second military school up now.
What is these guys' game plan? Are they just playing a 1TC feudal fight, see who mashes it out and wins, and maybe try and castle up eventually?
Yeah, I think with the Ottomans, if you start to go 2TC, then you're just slowing yourself down, and you're just going to be overwhelmed by the enemy Ottomans outproducing you.
It's going to be really interesting to see when and if these guys decide to go Castle Age.
For sure. Yeah, I think we're going to be in feudal for quite some time in this game. But we do see another engagement about to happen.
Ooh, that's a good fight, I think, for Boy. I think he took out the better of that one.
Yeah, Boy taking a good fight so far, although all of his spears are gone. Might lose the meter, too. Has to pull the meter back.
Oh, they both lose the meter.
And now it's just archers on archers. We're taking a look. Eradicus does have both the ranged attack and armor. where
But Boiiiii's got
is
the
missing
numbers.
the armor.
Boiiiii's got the
Yeah.
better numbers though, and that's what won in that fight. He does need to get those blacksmith upgrades. There's no excuse not to get them when you've got. He does have the +1 attack. He needs to get the ranged armor, like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm. And now he's dropping
coming soon.
table around his blacksmith.
That was that was the first skirmish of many I think we're gonna see here, and it looks like Eradicus, you know, Eradicus kind of got licked a little bit there, but again, it wasn't catastrophic, I think, for either side.
Certainly not. And he's coming back with adding 4 Sipahi. Boiiiii's gonna really struggle with that. You can see Boiiiii isn't super producing now, and Boiiiii is going up with the Imperial Armory, and we're talking about, is this the play here? He's not going to have the military to really hold off Eradicus if Eradicus commits to pushing in here.
And the moment he sees this, the question is, does he back off? Does he go all in?
Yeah. What does Eradicus? Eradicus doesn't see it yet.
He doesn't see it,
know
does he?
that Boiiii's on the way up.
Ooh, this is good for Boiiiii. He needs to be very careful here. That's why he goes down immediately.
Caught out.
That spear just got melted. Oh my gosh. Eradicus still doesn't see. Fighting on the TC is a huge help for Boiiiii right now. This is like this could not be going any better as far as getting pushed in goes.
Yeah, it's still such a tricky spot.
Spot, but if you're gonna do it, this is the way to do it. Because now there's no Sipahi.
He went through the Sipahi.
I think this helps Boiiiii because Eradicus has no idea he's going castle yet.
It helps him, but Boiiiii just lost
his whole military.
Yeah, and Eradicus is fine to just.
And now he sees it. He finally sees it. Now he's going all in on it, looking for the vills, but it's gonna be too late.
No,
we should have committed it.
Away.
No, you gotta commit.
Now the vills, are too far away to actually finish it.
Oh, you gotta commit to that.
Trying, but they're gonna get caught in a choke point. Like 2 Sipahi are gonna die to the villager, to the archers. Only taking 1 archer out.
That's
for 2
game.
Sipahi.
That's game.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Oh no.
That split the second to pull the villagers was the biggest mistake. Had to commit to that, and then it was like literally give up 3 vills and get that or lose the game. Oh man.
I mean, we were talking about that too. It's like, when do you go up to castle? And honestly, I think, not going up to castle, the play was to stay in feudal.
Until you know you can do it safely.
You either try to do 2 TC or go up to castle, your opponent can out-military. Outproduce you and build a bigger military than you.
Well, and I thought he had a shot when he took that fight under the town center. It wasn't great. It wasn't good because I think I agree with you. It was the wrong choice to go up in age anyways. But for the way he was pushing in, he didn't see that landmark go up for a long time. Boiiiii might have been able to sneak by with. I mean, it would have been a kind of a hit, but he would have been in castle age then. I thought he was gonna get away with it, and then. I mean, if you gotta commit to it though. That last pull of the villagers
could have turned around if that actually got up. It would have taken a while for the mangonel to come out, but a mango would have cleared out all of those archers.
And you can start massing somewhere in the back. Archers can't torch stuff down, so you can go find a place to mass up again. Your eco would be stalled out a little bit, but you could potentially bounce back with the higher tech. Like a minute and a half later, as your opponent then tries to catching up to you or going all in themselves. The moment he pulled those villagers back, that kills me, man. That was intense.
A little stutter step on the vills,
because he wasn't down that many. He was up a little bit himself. He was up like a villager or 2 just because of I think idle TC time. He was only down like 3. He would have been down like 5. It would have been not ideal, but you're up in age. That was the price you pay for that,
Yeah, well, as soon as the archer mass got in back there, and then
then it was done.
The gold.
Yep, that was when it was over.
That was it.